Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought we could have a discussion about quite a serious topic, I would say, because it's something that's always been around and about in the South Asian community. Now I know this does not just affect the South Asian community, it's also relevant to the Afro-Caribbean community, the African community as well. The only reason I'm speaking specifically about South Asians is because I am South Asian. Now, for those of you that don't know or have not watched my channel for very long, I'm from London. I'm born here, I'm bred here, and I have been brought up in a very, very multicultural environment. So I've always been surrounded by people of different ethnicities, different cultures, different races, and so on. Now, the reason why I've suddenly decided to do this video today is because I came across a picture quite recently on Instagram. Now, I'm not going to say names and be that kind of person because it's not my intention, and I don't have that kind of character where I'm a mean, horrible person and go around shaming people just for the sake of it. Now, I came across a photo of a person who done a before and an after transformation of a woman, and the woman with no makeup on, she was had darkish sort of skin, and I would say not even, I'd say maybe not NC44. Well, the makeup artist claims that her natural skin colour was NC44 by MAC, but to me it looked a lot darker. And then the photo that she showed next to it was of her looking even fairer than I am. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm a very, very fair-skinned person. I'm actually one of the darkest in my family. Surprisingly or not, my entire family has got very, very fair skin for South Asian. They're Pakistani, mostly Pakistani. And I actually, this is the palest I've been in a really long time because we've had a very extended winter in the UK. Spring has only really just started now and we're coming into April. And most of my foundations, funnily enough, are all too dark for me because I've never been this pale before, probably since I was a baby. When I was a baby, I was very, very fair. So anyway, so I came across this picture and she'd almost made her my skin complexion. And the thing that made it more obvious that it was not her right colour was she was sitting like this. Her arm was dark and her face was white. And I was like, what is this? Come on. Like, I thought in 2018 we had moved on from this nonsense, which this myth that means that the fairer you are, the prettier you are. That is so wrong on so many levels. It basically says that if you're darker skinned, you're ugly, and if you're fairer skinned, you're pretty. How I thought, to me, pretty, having a pretty face was more determined by your genetics and your bone structure rather than your skin colour. Now, the reason that I've decided to do this video, and there are certain things I am definitely going to leave out because I'm talking more from a makeup point of view. At the end of the day, this is a makeup channel. Now, I don't understand why it's still today that Asian women buy foundation shades which are at least 2-3 shades lighter than their natural skin tone. And I've heard everything and anything you can hear from. I'm going from my own personal experiences, people that I've come across and spoken to. I'm not a young girl anymore, you know, I've met people, I know people, I've been around, like I said, been around different cultures, try to understand things from different points of view, listening to things from my own family as well. Now, why is it, if you are one of those people, now I'm not going to be rude about it, and there's no need for any of you to get upset about it as well, because I get people coming on writing things on my channel like, you look like a clown, you know, you wear so much makeup. Yeah, but you know what, you're entitled to your opinion that no one really cares about. However, my foundation still matches my skin. If you genuinely think that my natural eyelid colour is green, then you need to have a word with yourself, because I like bright colours and stuff, but that bright colours are not natural. What is natural is your skin underneath. It doesn't matter how good your skill is as a makeup person. I'm not a makeup artist, I just call myself a makeup person. It doesn't matter how sharp your wing is if your skin looks ashy and your foundation doesn't match to your neck, and it's quite obvious. The most important part of any kind of makeup, as most people know, is the base. If the base looks horrid, the rest of the makeup, no one's going to really pay attention to, and it's going to kind of be lost and distracted, and because of the state of your base. There are Asian women out there that still wear ashy coloured foundations. If you're an NC44, why are you wearing an NC40? You know that it doesn't match you. And I refuse to accept when people say, yeah, but it makes me happy. Well, you need to address that issue. Why is it that changing your skin color makes you happy? Why are you not happy with the natural skin color that God blessed you with? You know, it has never made sense to me. Now, I know that some people will say, oh, you know, it goes back to the colonial times and the times when if you were poor, you were a laborer and you worked out in the fields and the sun obviously darkened your skin and it made it very obvious in society that's a poor person. And if somebody had very fair skin, it meant that they were indoors because they were wealthy, and that's a rich person. Poor means ugly and rich means pretty. Who came up with that? Why is it that I always hear from Asians, they're looking for rishtas and whatever it is, can she do this, can she cook, can she clean, how fair is her skin? So why do people think like that? I really don't understand. Now, I have been in that boat where I've bought a foundation and it's accidentally too light for me. The difference there is the intent behind me buying that piece of makeup. It was a mistake. It happens to all of us. It's happened to us before. Accidentally we bought one which is too dark. Accidentally we bought one which is too light. But how about those people that purposely buy a foundation shade to look completely different? Now, there's also that argument out there as well that, okay, so what about all those fair skinned girls out there that go and get fake tans done? I get that, okay, I can get that, but my way of thinking is that giving your skin a slight sun-kissed tint can make you look a lot more healthy. In the winter we get pale, you know, it shows up all our scars and stuff like that. And the reason why we like to get a little bit of sun, number one, vitamin D is good for your skin. I'm vitamin D deficient because I've not been in the sun enough. And also I'm also at that age where I try to stay out of the sun as well because I don't want to have any premature aging. I mean, it'll happen to all of us. Doesn't matter how light or dark your skin is, the longer you spend in the sun, the more likely you are to incur skin damage. There are so many Asian girls, I see them all the time when I've been to Selfridges and they're getting their makeup foundation matched to their skin. And the makeup artists, a lot of them are, I don't agree with the way that a lot of makeup artists behave. They will say to the client, is this okay? What you should be saying is, this is the perfect match for you. Because at the end of the day, when we wear foundation, we want it to look natural. So looking ashy and 10 shades darker or lighter than you actually are, how is that natural? There's nothing natural about it. Most women out there do not wear makeup the way that I do. I like my bright makeup and that sort of thing. And that's all good and well for me. But most women out there like to wear natural looking makeup. Now, if you are that person who has the lovely nude lipsticks, a little bit of eyeliner on, very pale beigey kind of eyeshadow, a little bit of blush, and that's it. But your foundation makes you look like the Walking Dead. There is nothing natural going on. It doesn't matter what you've got on your lips, on your eyes, or on your cheeks, because we can clearly see that you do not match. You can't use that excuse where makeup is art and da. Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with your foundation unless you're going for some sort of professional photo shoot, some SFX kind of thing where your intention is to look white, or your intention is to look blue or green or black or whatever it is. That is art. But on a day-to-day kind of basis, your foundation should really match your skin tone. I know that there are women out there who hate their skin colour because of the way that their families have made them feel. Their friends have made them feel inferior. I know an instance of a woman who actually became seriously clinically depressed because her skin was a lot darker than everybody else in her family, and they made it quite clear to her how much darker she was. You know, to me, it's no different to racism. Children are not born racist. It's us adults that make them racist, put thoughts into their heads that were never there, and pick on insecurities about other people. That's why they always say nobody's born a racist. It's society that turns them that way, or the people around them. And it's no different when it comes to our own skin tones. It's people within our own circle that we see every day that make us feel insecure about our skin, our height, our weight. And social media and that sort of thing also doesn't help. There are Asian women out there that I see on social media purposely using filters to make their skin lighter. Why do you do it? So I want to just let you guys know, or those of you out there that think that lighter is more attractive, it's not. Let me tell you what's attractive. Your personality is the most attractive thing that you can have. Caring for other people, empathy, compassion, hard work, dedication. Those are the things that will make you an attractive person. Physically, we will always change. We get older, we're young, and all this sort of thing. We put on weight, whatever it is. But it's actually the person inside that makes you a beautiful person. It's not all about the exterior appearance. And I know that's very ironic coming from a makeup YouTuber on here. But it really upsets me to think that there are women out there, and men, I'm not sure so much how much it affects men, but women definitely, you know, then they go and get skin bleaching done and all this other stuff, and they look horrible. You look patchy, you look ill. Nobody wants to look ill. When you get sick, your skin gets paler. So why is it that you think that putting on a pale foundation is going to make you look good? It's going to make you look ill, right? I've heard people say things like that. I introduced somebody from my family to a friend of mine once, and the first thing I heard them say was, oh, their skin looks very clean. And I was like, I know what that means. You've basically just said, wow, their skin is so fair. Why does that matter? Why does how light or dark their skin matter? Do you think I care? Do you think that when I made friends with this person, that was the first thing I looked at? No, it was up here and what was coming out of here. That was the most important thing. I don't know why women, especially in South Asian countries more, are made to feel bad if they've got darker skin. There's nothing wrong with having darker skin. When I was in my 20s, I used to be lying on the beach in a bikini trying to get as dark as I could, because to me, darker was actually, I could cover any lumps and bumps that I've got, any scarring I've got from spots it high. I didn't care actually how dark I got. There are people out there that I see in summer who literally dodge and try to run between the shadows so not a little tiny bit of sun touches their skin, because, oh, we don't want to get darker because it will make us uglier. It does not make you ugly. You can still be the fairest of the fair and look like a rotten old foot. Are you trying to tell me you suddenly become attractive because you've got fair skin? No, you're still ugly. Always, when it comes to your makeup, try to match your face to your neck, because that way it will look seamless, like a seamless natural blend of one to the other. If you think that wearing a shade, a couple of shades lighter, is going to make you look good, it's not. It's going to make it more obvious that you've got makeup on, more obvious that you don't like your natural skin color, more obvious that you have got issues. And yes, you have. I know that there are going to be people thumbs downing it, going, it's my face, I can do what I want. Yeah, of course you can. But at the end of the day, you really need to address what's going on up here. Why do you feel the need to change your skin colour? It's not going to change your personality. You're going to look ridiculous, to be frank. Why do you not like your own skin tone? What's wrong with it? Doesn't matter how dark you are. The darkest of the dark to the fairest of the fair are all beautiful. We were made for a reason in our own skin tones that will match how we are, who we are as a person. Our skin tones also show our ethnicities. You should be proud of where you're from, proud of your heritage. Don't try and erase it by using makeup as a way to escape. It's not going to get you a job. Wearing white foundation is not going to get you a husband. It's not going to bring about world peace. It's not going to give you the cure to cancer. The only thing that it's going to do is make you look absolutely ridiculous. There's no need for it. Because you've got darker skin does not mean that you're poor and ugly. Because you've got fairer skin does not mean that you're rich and pretty. It literally makes no difference whatsoever. But unfortunately, the older generations have then passed this way of thinking down onto the younger generations, where they feel it's acceptable for them to say things like, well, I wish I was fairer skin. I want your fair skin. And I'm just like, well, why? Anytime anybody mentions the colour of my skin, I'm just like, who cares whether I'm darker or I'm lighter or blah, blah. I don't care. All I'm caring about is whether my foundation's blended nicely into my skin and that it looks natural, because that's all that matters when it comes to wearing makeup. It really does make me sad when I think the amount of girls out there that actually hate their skin and purposely behave this way because it's what has been drummed into their head from a very, very young age. You know, somebody looks cleaner. What kind of way is that as saying? So you're trying to say that somebody who's got darker skin is dirty? You know, what kind of nonsense is that? As long as you have a shower every day, then that's how clean you should be. on my parting note, because I don't want to keep rambling on and on and on about the same thing, you get what I'm saying. Yeah, if you are one of those people that likes to buy foundation shades which are a couple of shades lighter, ask yourself the question why, and ask yourself the question deep down and be honest to yourself. Why are you wearing makeup which is not for your skin tone? And you're doing it on purpose. Please don't say things like, because it makes me happy. No, it doesn't make you happy. It masks your happiness the same way it masks your natural skin tone and covers up your ethnicity and almost erases who you are as a person, as a human being. Once you are able to accept this is your skin color and love yourself, you will find yourself a lot more happy as a person. You'll find that your makeup looks a lot better as well. So let's talk about it. Discuss below. Be respectful to each other. There's no need to be nasty. If somebody in the comment section says that they want to wear lighter makeup for whatever what reason, don't feel the need to attack them. It's always better to educate people rather than to be nasty and have a bullying, horrible attitude, because that literally does not achieve anything. Let's all talk about it in the comment section below. What are your experiences? Because I know many of my followers have told me, even on Snapchat, when they've sent me messages, that my aunt said this about my skin and my dad said this about my skin colour, and I've always felt that I was ugly because I had darker skin and da-da-da and that sort of thing. It's always better to educate and help other people rather than be nasty and attacking and accusatory as well. I also just wanted to say as well, if you are a makeup artist, don't be encouraging people to wear a foundation shade which is lighter than their natural skin tone. You should know better. And if you know what you're doing as a properly trained makeup artist, you should know better than to encourage people to wear makeup that doesn't even match them, because at the end of the day, it's a reflection of your poor skill set. Like that one that I saw who had done makeup on a girl, made her face look lighter than mine, and she had a very dark brown wrist, and she's sitting there like this thinking that she looks the shit, because as soon as she goes like that, you got a brown neck, you got a white face. We try and look like a zebra. So yeah, so that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.